Welcome back. Okay, so this video is called Things I've Learned as a Mental Health Student. And you're probably like,
what the frick do you mean mental health student?
and I'm gonna explain that right now. So what do I study? I study cognitive science, that's my major, and my minor is neuroscience and mental health. Basically, mental health, well-being, the brain, social sciences. That's pretty much all I got. I'm gonna give you a rundown of the classes I've taken, and you can kind of see for yourself the vibe of the classes I've taken. Maybe I'm not the most credible person to be talking about these things, and you can kind of see that later on in the video where I'm like, I'm probably not the best person to talk about these things, but I figured I'd put it out there anyway. Sorry. Let's begin with first year. I took Mysteries of the Mind, Intro to Linguistics, Intro to Psychology, Neuroscience of Mental Health, and Psychiatric Disease. Maybe. Computational Methods of Cognitive Science, Phonetics, Intro to Psychology 2, Mind, World, and Knowledge, and Neuroscience of Mental Health and Neurological Disease. Intro to Social Work, and Cellular and Molecular Neuroscience. Let's go into second year. I took Introduction to Cognitive Science, Linguistic Analysis, Introduction to Logic, Introduction to Research Methods in Neuroscience, and Introduction to Social Welfare. Then I took Theories and Methods of Cognitive Science, Intro to Cognitive Psychology, Introduction to Philosophy of the Mind, Neurodevelopment and Plasticity, and Intro to Statistics and in Neuroscience. And then third year, which was the year that just happened. I took Cognitive Neuroscience, my favorite class probably, Philosophy and Cognitive Science, Hormones and Behavior, Environmental Toxins and Mental Health, and Stress and Mental Health, also one of my favorites. And then I took Social Interactions, I think Social Determinants of Mental Health. That's what it's called. I was never really sure about that whole title of the course because it was such a long title. And then Sex and the Brain, Indigenous Health and Mental Health, and Language and Cognitive Science. Then for fourth year, which is this upcoming year, I just gotta take all of my electives. So I'm gonna read those out, but this doesn't make me the most credible person based off of these courses, okay? I'm taking Data Analysis 1 in Neuroscience, Neurodegeneration and Aging, Neuropharmacology, Financial Accounting, and Language Matters. The last two are electives. And then for winter, I'm taking Artificial Intelligence and Cognitive Science, Data Analysis 2 in Neuroscience, Language Processing and the Brain. I think that's a, wait no, that's not an elective. And then my two electives for that are first year American Sign Language, which is gonna be so fun, guys, and Elementary Elements of Music. So, the most impactful classes I've taken personally are the ones I took 2 from first year and 2 from third year. Maybe 3 from third year. Neuroscience and Mental Health and Psychiatric Diseases, and Intro to Psychology. And then for third year, it is Cognitive Science, Stress and Mental Health, and Social Determinants of Mental Health. Stress and Mental Health and Social Determinants of Mental Health are kind of the same course, in my opinion, because my professor for Social Determinants of Mental Health studied under my professor for Stress and Mental Health. Also for more background, if you will, I want to become a social worker, and I want to do it in the realm of mental health. And that's that. Those are my interests, and those are my classes that I've taken. It's pretty much it. We're outside now. I hope you can hear me fine. All right, so your brain and body are actually very connected, but more specifically, your gut. Your gut is such a strong connection with your brain in that when you are sad or you are in a depressive episode, you tend to go for more carb-based foods, like comfort foods like mac and cheese, bread, etc. It's because, I have to sneeze. Your body wants some serotonin, and you can get that from carbs, I think. I'm pretty sure it has like 5-HT, which is serotonin. So your gut is literally saying like, I need some serotonin up in here. I need to produce some of that because I'm not doing so great on those levels. And then now let's talk about terminology, or how you refer to someone, or how you speak of someone with a mental illness. It's person first. The reasoning behind this is because you're a person before you are an illness. You know what I mean? Like, she has asthma. It's the same thing for mental illnesses. For addiction now, this is what I learned recently. I wouldn't say blank is an addict. You're supposed to say blank has substance use disorder. Genetics is going to be a contributor, and it's inevitable. So if your parents or grandparents have suffered depression, anxiety, etc., there's obviously a chance you might get it if you're not adopted. But also epigenetics plays a role, so I don't know. So they do play a part, but they're not everything. Oh my god. I almost fell. Alright, so we're gonna talk about the health aspects of what I've learned, which is basically what has stuck with me throughout my entire academic career in post-secondary. We're gonna talk about sleep. And I know It's so cliche. It's not even cliche. It's just the truth. And the truth is, you need sleep. You need sleep to make sure your body knows what it's doing or what's happening. What I've learned is it's crucial to have a schedule. And I know everyone knows that, but it just is. It's so your body knows what it's doing, your body knows its routines, its cycles, and it helps with the unpredictability of life. So at least your body knows when to wind down, and it decreases your inflammations, it decreases your chances of getting sick, decreases your chances of spiraling, if you will. The second thing that I've learned is that your cortisol levels are actually the highest, and they're at their peak 30 to 45 minutes after you wake up. And I don't know how this helps at all. But if it helps you in any way, then, or if it helps you make sense of your routines or your anxiety, it's helped me a lot. Basically, do with that what you will. So get your sleep. It helps your brain get rid of the things it doesn't need. It helps your body reset. It's just so good for you. And you don't have to do anything, just sleep. And for those people who are like, you can sleep when you're dead, that death is gonna come much quicker if you don't sleep. Everyone knows you should move your body. It's good for you. It's meant to move and exercise and everything. And that was pretty clear to me. You need to move a little bit every day. It could be a walk. It doesn't have to be like lifting weights. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour and 45-minute workout. But you just gotta move in some way. Mild exercise can literally save your life. A walk every day can literally save your life, is what I've learned. Do that. Like, your body's meant to move. So if you don't move, then your body's not gonna function at its most efficient and functional best. This might be like controversial, but it's like scientifically backed up. But religion is actually a really big helper. It's so much so that people who do research on mental health and social determinants of mental health, if they don't follow a faith or a religion, they wish that they did because of its positive effects. Good social supports are so crucial, and essentially it really helps you out. So surround yourself with good people. Make sure they're not toxic. Make sure it's requited. Now we're back in the same spot as we were with all that information. What am I gonna do about it? Well, I have that answer for you. Again, I'm probably not the most credible person, so take this with a grain of salt. Do your own research. I was taught throughout my classes that we should always be critical thinkers and never just take in information if you don't do your own research. You know, don't believe everything you see on Facebook. Don't believe everything you see on YouTube. Don't even believe me. At this point, do your own research, but make sure it's a credible source. And the most credible sources are review articles or meta-analyses. So what do I do now is probably your question. Well, fix your sleep schedule. I know it's so annoying when people say that. It's annoying when I say that to myself and then I go to sleep at 2 a.m. watching YouTube. But your sleep has to be consistent, bro. Throws this off. Don't go to bed so late. Not good for you, especially if you wake up really early. At least get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Move a little bit per day. Doesn't have to be excessive. Make sure you get a colorful diet. Eat your carrots. Eat your bell peppers. Eat the rainbow, not Skittles. And like, yes, everything I'm saying right now is so obvious, and you're like,
You are going to school to learn the things I could have Googled.
yes, but I have backup now. For those individuals who are struggling with mental health or get in depressive states or sad states or are just feeling a little bit in a rut, if those are too hard for you, break the rules. If you can only do 5 minutes of yoga, 5 minutes of walking, trotting up and down your stairs a bit, then do that. Do the bare minimum. Bare minimum is still doing something. Get at least 7 to 8 hours, get it in there. Doesn't matter if you sleep at 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning and you get up at 10. You're getting up at 10. That's pretty freaking good. And I know it's really easy to eat your comfort foods. At least balance it out with something else. You know, like if you have your toast, like a PB&J or something, add a banana on top. Put a salad beside that. Eat an egg. Get your protein and get some vitamin D. Everyone always needs a little more vitamin D because it's good for you. I can actually hear my prof right now being like, don't take vitamin D if you don't need it. So don't take vitamins if you don't need them, because it might throw off your balance. But if you go to like a professional or something and they tell you, oh, you're lacking like vitamin D or vitamin B12, take it then. But don't be taking like a whole slew of vitamins if you don't need it, because you might not freaking need it. And then your body's like, what the hell? I don't need this. And you're just gonna poop it out. And you're buying these vitamins for what? Like you don't even know if you need them. Last but not least, go talk to your friends. I need to do this. Go hang out with them, or anyone who you deem to be a good social support. Go hang out with your boyfriend, girlfriend, person, significant other, or ask for help. That's pretty much it. That's all I got for you. I'm sorry if this wasn't helpful. Sorry if this wasn't like the most credible source, or you're like, I already knew all of this. But I hope it helped somehow with some people. So yeah, take care of yourself, and thanks for watching. Thank you for being here, and have a great day.